So in the previous session, we have considered about the function overloading. Overloading of function which involves a function with same name but different signature. Signature in the sense return type as well as the argument list. That altogether it is called as a signature. So next is about the default value. What is default value then? Here, go through this programming example. Function prototype, the third argument which has got a default value. So the default value which is marked as 0 in the sense, see, if while calling a function, if you mention only two parameter, then third parameter should be taking the default value. That's what it is. Function is considered only for, function is defined and declared only for once, but in two different ways the same function is called. How you will understand here, say, just observe this example carefully, you will understand. So int x and y are the two variables declared. X holds the value. What is the value x holds? Which holds the return value of the add function 10, 20 and 30. Which holds the return value of the function 10, 20 and 30. See, 10, 20 and 30, add of 10, 20 and 30, sorry. So add of 10, 20 and 30, what it does? It does the computation. See here, it does the computation of a plus b plus c. So what is a plus b plus c? 10 plus 20 plus 30, that is equal to 60. 60 will be computed and it will be returned to x in the main function. Okay, and y, which again y equal to add of 40 comma 50, y equal to add of 40 comma 50. So third parameter is missing. You might ask, see, the function takes three parameter but one parameter is missing. It should give an error message, right? But it is not giving the error message because the default value is set for the third parameter. What is the default value is set? Default value is set for third parameter as 0. So in case if you mention, if it is expecting three parameter and you are not providing 3 and you are giving just 2 parameter, then third parameter will be automatically set to 0. So in that case, what it does is it calls the same function 40 plus 50 plus third parameter is marked as 0. So 40 plus 50 plus 0, that is 90 will be returned. See here, 90 is the output value provided. And please remember, instead of providing three parameters, I mean two parameter, if you provide only one, then it will definitely result an error message because only for one parameter it is set as default value is set as 0, but for the other two parameters are mandatory or compulsory. So if you mention 40 and 50, obviously third parameter is, since it is marked as 0 by default, so default value it is taking. But if you unable to mention the third one, like if you provide say z equal to add of 40, in that case don't expect it should take, see, 0 and 0 for next two parameters and 40 should be the answer and all. Please don't think like that. So it will never does that, because if it will do only if you provide the second parameter, even second parameter int b equal to 0 if you mention, then obviously it will be performing that task. Like if you provide only one parameter, same will be returned. But two compulsory parameters are required. The third one will be optional here. Optional in the sense, if you are providing, then whatever the value provided will be given. If you are not providing, then default value will be given and computation will be done. Okay, same thing is explained here. Please go through the explanation, page number 24 of the textbook, which I have already shared in the group. Please note down all these things. Okay, another example is given here. Say, as I told you just now, say for two parameters, if you want to set as 0, then obviously default value you have to provide for the 2, like int b equal to 0, int c equal to 0. In that case, say here z equal to 60, so add of 60, what it does, 60 plus 0 plus 0 will be computed and 60 will be provided. Okay, please note down both the programs. Pause the video, watch it once, rewind it and watch it once again. Please note down the program. Okay. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Next is about the inline functions. So inline function, they are used to increase the speed of the execution of the executable files. Normally inline functions are the short functions in a line. Short functions, the function which will be having only one return statement. Such type of functions can be declared as inline. So they will simply boost up the computation, speed of the computation. They will increase the speed of the computation or speed of the execution. So inline is a feature provided by C++ to boost up or speed up the computation, and it should be used with extremely with a small program, especially the program which contains one line like one return statement and all. Okay, that's the major advantage of using inline. uh, okay, it cannot be, it is not suitable for function with multiple number of blocks or like for which contains loop or if else statements and all such type of functions inline does not suit, because anyhow for them time is needed for the execution, for the computation, right? See here, for this type of function, like I told you just now, function with single statement, return statement, say inline can be declared. Okay, like we are computing the cube volume of the cube. So n into n will be the result. So n into n into n should be returned. So overall thing is it's a single statement can be computed, can be mentioned as inline. Okay, see here how inline function is declared and defined. Double cube of double x, then it returns x into x into x in a line. Everything is mentioned. Okay, function prototype, along with prototype function definition is also done here itself. Function body, everything is completed within a line. So the main function is cube of 5 you are passing. So cube of 5, 5 into 5 into 5, that will be computed and stored in A. 125 will be the answer. Then cube of 4.5 plus 7.5, that is 12, cube of 12, 12 into 12 into 12 will be computed and B will be printed. So 12 into 12 into 12, 1728 computed answer will be. Then cube of C++ is printed. C, value of C is 13. So 14 cube will be printed. 2197. Sorry, 13 cube will be printed. 2197. Value of C will be printed. Value of C, since C++ was taken, so updated value of C will be 14. It is post increment. So C cube of C++, cube of 13 will be computed, then followed by C value will be incremented. So cube of 13 to 197 is computed, C will be incremented to 14. Next step, you are just printing the value of C. Okay, C is 14, that is printed. This is how inline function works. The function is see, however, under some circumstances, the compiler, despite your indications, may not expand the functions inline. So instead, it will issue a warning that function could not be expanded inline and then compile all calls to such functions in the ordinary fashion. The conditions are if it is recursive. See, function recursive means what? The same function will be repeatedly called, but by considering the smaller version of the parameter. So for recursive functions, this inline does not suit. So there are looping constructs in the function. If it contains any kind of loop like for loop, while loop, or do while loop, then inline does not suits. If there are static variables in the functions, static variable, if you have declared some variables as static, then inline does not suits it. Even if you declare, it will be executed in normal fashion. Okay. So this completes your first chapter of module 1. Next, in the next session, let us begin with the concepts of classes and object. So basics of object oriented topics comes here under classes and object. So let us begin with the classes and objects. If you have any doubt with respect to chapter 1, please feel free to ask. Please watch all the videos. So far 6 videos are uploaded, 6 or 7 videos are made. Okay, videos are available on the YouTube as well, in our YouTube channel. So please go through them, and we'll be having some interaction sessions, live interaction sessions. After completion of the basics of classes and objects, I will be taking once again the live interaction session. So in that session also you can ask about the ask about your difficulties. So the thing is, you have to watch the video compulsorily without fail, and watch the video repeatedly. Please note down the things. That is important. Write down the things. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.